That's pretty damn good. Now he proved what we already thought. We just didn't see him against the best opposition near his weight class. See, this is the thing people don't understand. This is what I like about Bud. He reminds me of Roy. We ain't got to have the best opposition in our weight class. We want the best.
Terence Crawford has been a beast in training, and even Roy Jones Jr. has voiced surprise at how wild Crawford has been, especially since the press conference finished. While many thought he was terrified by Canelo's bravado, Terence Crawford used it to fuel his determination, which he has been displaying in training camp, with his trainers especially demanding more from him in the gym. In an interview about his training, Roy Jones Jr. stated, "Canelo has clear advantages over Crawford, but Crawford is coming with so much confidence, and he's training like it. I saw some vids the other day, and this man is hitting harder than ever. His shape and speed make him look like he is still 1 for 7
for boxing." How does that go down? Break it down for us a little bit. We want to see it obviously happen.
I ain't gonna break it down to you. You know what I mean? How the strategy is me leaving with my hand, you know, rolls and everybody mouth dropping. That's how I can, you know, sums it up in a little bit of.
Terence Crawford is serious about the Canelo fight, as proven by his ridiculous workout film, which has fans and boxing pros buzzing. Crawford has the proper weight, strategies, and techniques to face Canelo Alvarez. All that remains is to see how he does in the ring on fight night. Crawford has shared some initial training video as he begins to prepare, showing him shadowboxing in the ring. The American let his hands go, displaying a range of skills, including a crisp jab and some sharp combinations, which are obvious in the footage. Crawford's physique looked larger, indicating that he is already in the process of reaching fighting weight, and the boxing fraternity has varied views on his present condition. Someone had written, "Sharp as hell, he went up in weight, gained more power, and maintained his speed." Another noted, "He's looking good. It appears he's going to try to outbox Canelo. He can certainly win the fight that way." One even said, "Crawford looks as sharp and slick as ever. He's going to win." Canelo is slower. Others weren't convinced, with several saying, "Looks to have lost his quickness, appears slower." This could be bad, a user agreed, adding, "Looks slow, elderly, and nearly 40. Canelo will retire him." A last admirer said, "I'm not counting him out, but he appears slow in this division." It remains to be seen how Crawford will look on fight night. The American has fought at his natural limit of 147 pounds for numerous years and is already a 4-weight world champion, but a victory over Alvarez may cement his reputation as a true great, and he has already started training with 3 months Until the career-defining night, however, he has proven his ability to overcome obstacles, as evidenced by his tough world title win on points over Madrimov last year. Alvarez has natural size advantages over his opponent and will be the crowd favorite on fight night. But he, too, failed in his last outing, failing to beat William Skull, despite becoming undisputed champion again in May. Crawford knows that winning will be the pinnacle of his professional career and the most powerful message possible, and he thinks he has certain advantages over the Mexican. He said, "We'll see what my advantage is when it comes time to fight. I'm the type of person that likes to feel out his fighters and change to what they're doing. I believe it is my biggest strength being able to figure out every opponent I've met thus far. I plan to do the same come battle time. When the Canelo fight takes place, I'll feel great at 168 pounds. I don't need to worry about my weight because I know I'll feel great."
But right now, I'm not training hard. I'm not even training, really. You know, I don't want to overtrain because me personally, when I go in the gym, I get my all. And I don't want to burn myself out.
Terence Crawford, the two-weight undisputed champion, faces the biggest test of his career as he prepares to meet Canelo Alvarez, the two-time undisputed super middleweight king, on September 13th in Las Vegas. The greatest mind game he's performed in preparation for Canelo has been to deny that he's actively practicing for the fight. In a recent Ring magazine video starring Dana White, Tom Brady, Shaquille O'Neal, Canelo, and Crawford himself, Brady brought up training when he asked Crawford how hard he was working. The remark was unexpected. "I am not training hard. In fact, I am not training at all." He explained that he was avoiding early burnout by going to the gym and giving it his best. "I don't want to be overtrained. I want to save everything for the fight."
I ain't scared of shit, and you're gonna find that out. As you seen, the last press conference,
we'll see.
when I walked you down, when you were supposed to be the bigger man.
Yeah, hey, you say that because you're fighting with nobody, and you obviously look like you're a great fighter. But you find out September 13th, this is gonna be different for you.
And it's gonna be different from you as well.
Question for Canelo.
The last fighters that you fought.
While surprising, Crawford's method appears to be more deliberate than sloppy. He stressed strength training and rest over repeated high-intensity workouts. His strategy contrasts with those of rivals such as George Kambosos Jr., who was hospitalized due to tiredness soon before a scheduled battle. Overtraining is real, and Crawford seemed eager not to fall into it. However, there is important context to his words. The video clip was actually shot before Canelo's May 3rd fight against William Skull, implying Crawford's lighter training phase happened months ago. Since then, signs indicate a clear increase in intensity. Crawford arrived in Riyadh for a press meeting last week and was spotted practicing at Mike Tyson's gym.
I fought everybody.
The last fighters you fought since 2002.
Mention me one. You
Since
mention me
2002.
one elite fighter. Just one.
You.
Oh, me.
Look.
It's gonna be me.
I don't
And
care
you
about
will-
nobody else.
And you will see that.
You. So when I beat you, is you gonna be a nobody? When I stuff a mud hole in your ass, is you gonna be a nobody? You gonna be just like everybody else. Watch. Watch. Same shit that everybody else been saying since I moved to.
In video released by Ring magazine, he did a full workout that included shadow boxing, heavy bag drills, jump rope, and core exercises. Crawford appeared alert and attentive throughout his visit, indicating that training has started. In earnest, Crawford has not asked catch weights, rehydration limits, or even a rematch option. "I want him at his best," he remarked at Alvarez, trusting in his preparation and skills. Crawford makes no space for lies. Win or lose.
Your answer right there.
Hi, Terence. What do you think about the match?
Well, I wouldn't say I'm chasing Canelo. You know, I think that's a broad statement. I just want the opportunity, you know, to fight the best fighter in my generation that's out there. You know, he's the most accomplished fighter in today's sports of boxing, other than myself. And I would just,
As the fight approaches, questions persist regarding whether this plan will provide him an advantage or leave him unprepared. One thing is certain. Terence Crawford is counting that patience and accuracy will bring him to greatness in the big fight against the undefeated Terence Bud Crawford and Mexican Canelo Alvarez, set for September 13th in Las Vegas, will catch the attention of the boxing world not only because of the enormity of the fight, but also because of rising speculation about Crawford's future after this historic match. According to authoritative people in his entourage, including a key member of the Mayweather dynasty, a win over Canelo may mark the end of his career.
Just like to, fight another great. That's it. I think it'll be the biggest fight in the sport of boxing today.
Terence, one thing as well, one of your former opponents, and I know you said hi to him yesterday, Amir Khan was here obviously. There is rumors, and he actually said that he's speaking to Jake Paul's team today for a potential matchup. There's talks with him and KSI as well.
Despite the significance of the fight, Terence Crawford stayed quiet about his post-fight plans during a recent Q&A session with supporters in Sydney, Australia, but revealed his full attention on the present. "I don't need until I have food on my table, so I'm currently at 168 pounds to fight Canelo, and that's all I'm thinking about right now." However, the most direct charges came from Jeff Mayweather, a well-known trainer and Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s uncle. In a recent video released by the Mayweather channel, Mayweather Sr. predicted Crawford's fate. "I think if he beats Canelo, that will be enough for him."
Amir Khan stepping into the ring with the influencer scene. What happens with these guys? You've been in the ring with him.
Amir Khan too small for Jake Paul. Jake's is too big, so we just gonna leave it at that. Amir is my guy. I just think Jake too big.
What about KSI? That's on the table as well.
KSI and Jake could be a better fight. I think.
Would you like to fight before?
We in two different weight classes.
When asked if Crawford will retire following a hypothetical victory over Canelo, Jeff Mayweather did not hesitate. "I think so. I think that moving up 3 weight classes is one of the biggest achievements in boxing. If creating boxing history isn't enough, Terence Crawford will also make a lot of money from his fight against Canelo Alvarez. The fighter is expected to make almost $10 million. The value is so high that it may be viewed as an additional element in retirement planning. Regardless of what Crawford can make, we must not overlook the wealth he has amassed via his boxing career, which is believed to be worth between $8 and $18 million.
Fought them both. Like, what are the differences between them?
Canelo's strong and he's easily hit. Very easily hit, very easily.
Yeah.
Compared to when I fought against Crawford, I couldn't even hit clean. They both hit hard because, and you could see the strength when I was fighting against Crawford. He is very strong as well. So look, yeah. But why does he need to give that much away? He's pound for pound #1 in the world. Why does he have to go for fighting Canelo?
Terence Crawford has a wonderful chance against Canelo since defeating the Mexican in a boxing bout does not go forgotten by Crawford. This fight could lead to his retirement, but if he wins, he will be able to grow his history and career. Crawford would not only win a new title or a large number of money, but his image would also improve, giving him further reason to continue. Amir Khan boxed both Crawford and Canelo in his own career, and he knows exactly what it's like to make a 2-division jump to box Alvarez. He changed from welter to middleweight when he boxed the Mexican superstar in 2016. "When I was facing Canelo, I was probably beating him on points, but he was just so strong and so big." Khan told Sky Sports, "When I was hitting him, I could tell that it wasn't affecting him. The man was riding them and waiting for that one big punch that he caught me with and put me away. But would he catch Crawford with that blow?" When Khan met the American, Crawford knocked him down in the first round and stopped him in 6. "When I fought Crawford, he was certainly bigger than me, and I was a 147-pound boxer for a long time." Khan stated, "At the moment, Crawford appears to be untouchable, and Canelo appears to be strong, especially when fighting a lesser opponent. So let's see how this pans out." Khan warned against writing Crawford off against Canelo, citing Crawford's technical ability. If he just boxed him technically and Crawford puts on weight right, he's a big 147-pound fighter. Khan added, "There is a significant difference in size important, but we'll see. We also know Canelo is a bigger puncher. Does he have the same stamina? He appears to be fine when he fights, but it's difficult to say whether ability or might will win the fight. I'm not going to guess who will win, but I know it will be a fierce fight.
The others say like, no, that's 2 more weight classes. Like once he gets touched by Canelo, it's going to be different.
I am concerned about him absorbing a Canelo punch, especially through the course of 12 rounds. We do know this about Canelo. He's going to slow down, you know, so I think if anything, Canelo would try to start fast and bang on him and break him down before he gets later, and he still got that kind of steam. But, you know, there's so many.
Khan wants to return to the British boxing scene as a promoter after concluding his career in 2022. He is presenting a show in Ghana on Friday, which will feature O'Hara Davies' return to action. I'm very excited since it marks the beginning of a new stage, Khan added. I'm making sure I have a strong stable of fighters from my own career. I've learned a lot. You take parts and pieces from each publicist, Khan added. I've learned that my ideas and the information I've gathered along the way are components that define a champion. There are numerous factors that go to a fantastic legend. There is simply too much information to cover. It's an hour-long talk when we speak about all of Terence Crawford's components, all of Canelo's components, and how we figure out how they balance out and who trumps whom, you know. We tried that with Earl Spence and Terence Crawford, and we saw how it turned out, you know. So I'll be doing shows in the UK, but Ghana seemed like a good place to start, he said. I want to keep improving. Every time. Oscar De La Hoya has never shied away from confrontation. Whether inside the ring or behind the promoter's desk, the boxing veteran has a reputation for voicing his opinion, frequently sparking heated disputes in the combat sports industry, from calling out poor matches to questioning the legitimacy of rival promoters. De La Hoya's aggressive comments keep him in the news. On Thursday, June 12th, the boxing great and promoter took to Instagram for his Clapback Thursday segment, where he delivered a harsh criticism of the upcoming Canelo Alvarez vs. Terence Crawford super fight, and UFC CEO Dana White's unexpected move into boxing promotion. The Golden Boy questioned the legitimacy of the fight, Crawford's chances against Canelo, and White's qualifications as a boxing promoter. One of De La Hoya's most serious critiques is the size disparity between Crawford, a natural welterweight, going up to categories, and Canelo, a seasoned super middleweight. Is this the biggest fight of the decade? To a traditionalist tender fighter, it's ridiculous. De La Hoya ranted.
Crawford, who couldn't push back Madrimov? Life and death with Madrimov. What do you think Canelo's gonna do to him? Run him out of the ring! You know what's laughable also? Dana White being named the promoter of this fight, considering he's never been in the boxing space. Has no stable of boxers. He didn't negotiate shit.
Crawford goes up to weight classes to face Canelo, a natural light heavyweight. Crawford lived and died alongside Israel Madrimov. What do you think Canelo will do with him? Run him out of the ring? De La Hoya saved some of his toughest words for Dana White, who was originally touted as Canelo Crawford's co-promoter before news arose that Saudi Arabia's Salah had taken over. The boxing veteran didn't mince words, saying, "You know what else is laughable? Dana White was named the fight's promoter despite the fact that he has no boxing experience, no stable of boxes, and has never bargained anything." De La Hoya doubled back, stating White was given the fight on a silver platter and referring to the promoter as boxing's trust fund baby. This chat refers to White's collaboration with Saudi power broker Turki Al-Sheikh, whose huge funds have pushed UFC parent company toe into boxing. This isn't the first time De La Hoya has blasted White's promotional tactics. Last month, he went on a similar tirade, saying that White's UFC model wouldn't translate to boxing because his MMA athletes get paid less than boxers. De La Hoya's diatribe is not about a single fight, it is part of a bigger discussion about boxing's future.
Why is it that Canelo has to fight during the day on Mexican Independence Weekend? And UFC with a roster of names I've never heard of is going on prime time. Cinco de Mayo. He's fighting in Riyadh and now he's fighting during the day on the biggest weekend in boxing. Yeah, Canelo will fight anywhere, anytime he's told, because he doesn't give a fuck. All he cares is about the money. Doesn't give a Fuck about the fans, about tradition, the Mexican weekend tradition.
With White Alshik and established promoters such as De La Hoya and Hearn at odds, boxing's power structure is in chaos. What are your views on Canelo Alvarez's bout with Terence Crawford? Do you think Terence Bud Crawford is not taking his training seriously, or is he simply playing mind games with Canelo Alvarez? Do you think these boxing professionals are right in choosing Crawford over Canelo Alvarez? Please share your ideas on all of them in the comments box. And that is all for now. Stay up to current on boxing news, moments, events, and activities by subscribing to our YouTube channel. And don't forget to switch on notifications to be told when we post quality material like this. Until next time.